When I prepared for today, I had a particular girlfriend of mine in mind. See, I have this friend. She's so smart, very talented, amazing. The go-to person when it comes to specific solutions. She's the one who'll cheer you on and be there for you anytime you need her. But when it comes to her, and when it's her time to shine, it's a little bit tricky. See, whenever I try to return the favor and encourage her to do things, I get to hear things like, the timing is not quite right. I need to finish this before I can be credible enough to do that. And I know in a couple of years it's probably going to be something like, I missed my mark. It's too late now. And it breaks my heart because I know it's not true. Because as we speak, there are people doing the exact thing that we both know she's capable of doing, and they are less qualified. So let's have a little conversation about it. Let's talk about it. Let's explore why so many talented women hide their potential and treat it as a threat, and what can be done about it. See, I have the feeling that maybe someone here today is that friend too. And what you're experiencing is a neural conflict. You've learned to hide to protect yourself, which is going against your true ambitions. See, your brain doesn't care about your dreams. What it cares about is safety and protection. It cares about predictability. What it wants is for you to survive the day and not to launch a legacy or to build a business empire. Your brain is doing its job, but it's doing so using outdated tools. You can picture it as a metaphorical tug of war. On the one side, you have your visionary self. She wants to go out there, take charge. She wants to launch a bold brand, wants to speak up. She wants to change the world by doing exciting things and bring innovative solutions to complex questions. On the other hand, though, on the other side, you have your protective brain. And that one's a Debbie Downer. Well, I'll tell you things like stop before you start, because things are too risky. People may judge. Rejection is embarrassing. If you can't start at the top, better not start at all. This tug of war is what I call hidden talent syndrome, HTS in short. It's a pattern that I've observed time and time again in interviewing successful women, in my own life. HTS isn't you pushing things off out of laziness. It is certainly not the lack of ability, because more likely than not, you have proven yourself one way or the other before. Simply declaring it as a lack of confidence also doesn't paint the whole picture. Think of it as the cousin of the imposter syndrome. While the imposter feels out of place and wonders how she's even gotten this far in life, the hidden talent knows she belongs. She knows she belongs, and she knows she can do even more. But she can't seem to act on those ambitions. It's a biological safety trap where your brain codes visibility as a threat. Oh, and it becomes extra true if you're a woman who's been praised her whole life for being so supportive, so humble, so easy to get along with. You have attached your identity to safety. And the attempt of being more than what you're currently experiencing in life challenges that identity, and your brain hates that. So what is actually happening in our head when we're trying to go after our dreams, but we can't seem to make real moves? The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, We suffer more in our imagination than in reality. And modern neuroscience proves them right. There's a part of your brain that simulates pain before you do anything. It lights up when you're anticipating pain, when you're imagining it. So before you raise the topic of a promotion, of launching something new, or publishing that post, your brain simulates all the what-if scenarios, all the negative what-if scenarios, before you've even done anything. I was just talking to a good friend of mine who's been meaning to start a business for years now. And I asked, what's the holdup? It's certainly not the lack of good ideas or the lack of funds. No. The issue is that the business could actually make money. And then she'd have to deal with bookkeeping, accounting, taxes, and we all know taxes in Germany, right? I mean, we were FaceTiming at the time, and I could see her getting more and more stressed and in pain by the second. She couldn't seem to fathom that she can plan for those things, that a business making money could actually be a good thing. But it's not her, it's her brain. It's her protective brain winning the tug of war. So when that simulator gets too loud and the protective brain is winning the tug of war, what we do is we get dressed. We put on an armor. And that research-backed armor is like a fireproof suit. And some of us may have more than one of these suits. Let me introduce you to a collection. First off, we have the chameleon suit, designed to blend seamlessly into every environment. It mirrors back what the room expects, making you agreeable, adaptable, and very easy to work with. Highly effective for safety, less effective for being remembered. A personal favorite and next in line is the safe bet suit. Minimalistic, understated, almost invisible. Inspired by the motto, less is safe, this suit downplays your ambitions for the sake of being likable and unthreatening. You'll find a lot of humble good girls wearing this one. Then there's the collector. Elegant, impressive, always doing something. This suit is layered with credentials, degrees, and titles. A very smart move because it will buy you time while still crediting your ambitions. And next up is the outlier. That's the one suit that doesn't try to blend in or play small. Often worn by exceptional personalities whose natural urge to stand out and do things differently has unfortunately been historically common at a cost. But this bold, different, and unmistakably unique design helps you keep the distance while still kind of maintaining that unique sense of self. And last but not least, we have the silent architect. This one will make you shine quietly from the behind the scenes. It will channel brilliance that is in supporting roles. You're the one making everybody else's visions true and come alive. Talent is obviously undeniable, but with this suit, the spotlight will never find you. All right, they may all look cute, but it's time to take them off because they're impractical. These fireproof suits are supposed to protect you from a fire that is dangerous. But there's no fire inside. Now, knowing what we know, how do we work on overcoming it? Thanks to neuroplasticity, you're not doomed. Hidden talent syndrome is not a life sentence. You can retrain your brain to stop coding your greatness as a threat, and in its simplest terms, neuroplasticity, it's your brain's ability to rewire itself. To simplify the how, let's synthesize well-established behavior change principles into 3 steps that you can think of as simple ways to update your brain's tools. Reactivate, disconfirm, re-encode. Step number 1 is to reactivate. You get uncomfortable again. Let that simulator run. Go through all the negative possible outcomes there are. Go through all the what ifs. And feel the feeling of failure or shame, embarrassment. And then it's time to move on to step number 2. Another quite uncomfortable one. But this is where you decide to break up with that loyalty you had towards that old identity of yours. It's time to create new experiences that show your brain that it's safe to take actions. You're overriding your old memory by speaking up, by posting your work, by applying to that job that you truly want, or registering that business. You expose yourself to the possibility of being seen for more than what you're currently embodying. There's currently a cool trend going on the web where people are chasing 1,000 rejections, and I think it's fantastic. They're anticipating being rejected, which leads us to step number 3, re-encode. This is where you're training your brain that, hold on now, no matter what the outcome is, you don't need that protection. And you do it again, and you do it again. Step 1, step 2, step 3, repeat. You turn that safety path into a highway of possibilities. One awkward pitch at a time, one publication at a time. You're teaching your brain to see, wasn't so bad after all. We're safe here. It is safe to try new things. It is safe to be seen. And it's safe to take bold actions. You did not die. Although this sounds simple, I know it's not that easy in practice. I mean, I'm currently practicing what I preach myself. But it's worth it. It's worth it because on the other side is what makes it so worthy. There's realized intention. There's your leadership. Results only you can offer in your very unique way. And most importantly, there's a more authentic version of yourself. So here's what I want to leave with today. Stop allowing your brain to play tricks on you. Dare to let go of an old version that doesn't serve you any longer, and stop being your own best-kept secret. Thank you.